of yours. We've all sinned.
My wife and I moved to Israel in 1996, and we came originally with a ministry that was doing it was a prayer ministry. So we had just finished a year-long serving with them in Washington, D.C., and the ministry was a prayer house where people would come to pray for America, for Israel, and for world missions. And we hosted them in the house. And while we were there, the director invited us to come to Jerusalem and start a prayer ministry here. She was years beyond her time, and she was thinking 24/7 prayer before there was actually 24/7 prayer. And so we came in 1996. We joined her for what was called the World Prayer Congress. We had about 400 people from around the world joined us on the Mount of Olives, and we spent a week praying there, and that launched our season in Israel in 1996.
5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm Melissa Mott, married to Mott, and I grew up in America with a military family. My father was an Air Force pilot, and the military moves their soldiers around, their pilots, all over the earth. And so my high school years were actually spent mostly in Europe, and I loved to worship the Lord from the age of 9. And when we came to Europe, he introduced me to so many different cultures, not just American. And I believe this upbringing was his preparation for his calling upon my life to lead worship to the nations, but also in our marriage, that what the Lord had called us together to serve him with his people in Israel. And so I'm so grateful for that. And in addition to that, when my family first came to know the Lord, I was 7 years old. And the Lord brought an older couple into our lives who were like spiritual mentors. They were my spiritual grandparents, really. And they had come to know the Lord through a very special woman named Corrie ten Boom. And Corrie ten Boom had actually lived with my spiritual grandparents for a season in America. And as a little girl, I was so inspired by Corrie's courage to stand with the people of Israel. Her family prayed for the peace of Jerusalem for many generations, and she even suffered and lost members of her family during the Holocaust. And I, as a little girl, I was so inspired by this. And I said, Lord, I want to be like Corrie. I want to, first of all, love you first. And second, why are the Jewish people so special to you? So as a little girl, there was this interest and curiosity regarding the Jewish people.